All right, so the first isotope we're going to be looking at is cobalt 50, okay? So what I want you guys to do first is go to the periodic table, and I want you to find cobalt, because that's going to find how many protons it has. So I'll give you guys about 30 seconds. You can work with the person next to you to find it, but I want you to find cobalt and figure out how many protons it has. So when you look at the periodic table and you go towards the middle, we have cobalt right here. Okay? How many protons does cobalt have? Yeah, 27, exactly. It's the number that's on top of the box, right? So underneath cobalt, we're just going to write that it has 27 protons, okay? I'm just going to label it P and then a plus sign. Perfect. Any questions on how to find protons? Hopefully that part's not too bad. It's just the number on top of the box. Okay, let's figure out the electrons now. The electrons are super easy. If you guys remember, I told you have the same number of electrons as you do protons. So since you have 27 protons, you are going to have 27 electrons. Okay, so as soon as you find protons, the electrons are going to be the exact same number. So far, so good, guys? Alrighty, let's go to the neutrons. And the neutrons might be the one that's a little bit tricky, but I'm going to go over the formula. I know it's been a long weekend. But this number here in the back, number 50, I'm going to make it blue. Okay, this number 50, this number is called the mass number, if you guys remember. It's called the mass number. And the way we get mass number is going to be, we just add up the protons plus the neutrons. Okay, so make sure you guys jot that down. I know it's in your notes from last time, but it'll be helpful for today, so you don't have to keep going back and forth between pages. But this number in the back is called the mass number, protons plus neutrons. All right, so since we have the protons already and the mass number, finding the neutrons is really easy. All we have to do is take the mass number, so 50, and then we just subtract the protons, 50 minus 27, and that's going to give us the neutrons, okay? So I want you guys to pull out your calculator. Again, you can use your phone calculator for your assignments for this class, and I want you guys to calculate how many neutrons there are. So take a minute to do that. We'll double check our answer, and then I'll have you guys try the next one on your own. So take about a minute or 30 seconds to find out the number of neutrons. Yeah, 23. So that's going to be your answer. So 23 neutrons. Okay. And if you ever want to check your answer, it's really easy. You just need to do 27, the protons plus the neutrons, and that should equal 50 right here. So you can always double check your answer. Okay. All right, do you guys think you could try one on your own? Yeah, I'll take that silence as a yes. So take a second. You can work with the person next to you and try the next column right here. The one that has 45 protons and 40 or 35 protons and 40 neutrons. So try filling out the rest of the table, and then we'll go over it together. All right, so let's take a look at electrons. So if you guys take a look right here, we have 35 protons, right? So if we have 35 protons, how many electrons are we going to have? Yeah, 35, the exact same number. So just keep that in mind. Protons and electrons are going to be the exact same. All right, next we're going to write the name of this isotope. Super easy. We want to find what element it is. So it's element 35. So if you guys take a look at element 35, which one is 35? Yeah, bromine. Okay, so bromine is going to be number 35. So we're going to write bromine. And then in order to find the mass number, we're just going to do 35 plus 40. Dude, spoilers, man. All right, it's going to be 35 plus 40 is going to be 75. All right, am I right? Yeah. Okay, just checking, just saying. Thank you. Thanks, coach. Yeah, so we're going to do 35 plus 40, and that's how we get 75 right there, okay? All right, make sense? Okay. All right, so I'll give you guys another minute. I want you guys to try this last column on your own. This is going to be the last practice problem for today's lecture, and then we'll get started on the assignment. Just want to make sure that you guys have a good handle on this. So try this last column with phosphorus 40. and then we will move on. So if you take a look at phosphorus on the periodic table, we're gonna look at phosphorus. How many protons does phosphorus have? 15. Yeah, phosphorus is 15. Okay, so it's gonna be 15. All right, we said earlier that protons and electrons are equal, so we're just gonna write 15 right here. Okay, same number. And then to find neutrons, it's very simple. We're just gonna take the mass number 40 minus 15. Okay, so if you do 40 minus 15, you should get 25 for your neutrons. Okay. And that's pretty much it. That's what you'll be working on today. Today's the last day that we're gonna be going over isotopes like in detail like this in class. Next time we meet, we're gonna be learning about the next topic. So just make sure that you guys get a good handle on this. All right. Okay, before you get started on your quiz though, I do want to mention one thing, assignment and then quiz. I do want to remind you guys, because people have been getting this wrong on their quiz kind of for no reason, is when you write the name of the isotope, make sure that you write the dash, okay? And make sure there's no spaces, okay? If you write a space in the name, like if you do cobalt space dash 50, then it's gonna mark it wrong. If you come show me, I'll give you the credit, obviously, because you're right. But just to kind of save you a walk to me, you guys just make sure you don't do spaces, okay?